This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1650. Prove to me my thoughts create my reality by TK Coleman of tkcoleman.com. And I'm Justin Malik. Welcome to Optimal Living Daily, or the OLD podcast, where I read to you from some of the best blogs I can find and get permission from, and sometimes books covering personal development or self-help, minimalism, productivity, anything that I think will help make your life more meaningful. But I'll keep the intro short, so for now, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. Prove to me my thoughts create my reality by TK Coleman of tkcoleman.com. The $1 million question: how can I know my thoughts create my own reality? Questioning the questions. A freshman philosophy student decided to stump his professor one day. "Hey teacher, prove to me that I exist." The teacher didn't miss a beat. He shot right back, "I would love to, but whom shall I say is asking the question?" Sometimes we can arrive at the best answers simply by questioning the questions. In a similar way, it might be helpful to challenge yourself to provide an example of how a person's thoughts do not create their reality. But before you do that, reality versus experience. I'll start by making the distinction between reality and experience. Reality refers to the world. It refers to what is actually happening independently of anyone's perceptions, beliefs, feelings, etc. Experience refers to the way in which a particular individual perceives, processes, and reacts to reality. When proponents of the law of attraction say you create your own reality, they are not saying you can uproot a tree from the ground just by visualizing it for a few minutes using Harry Potter-styled magic mind power. They're referring to the control you have over your own personal experience of reality. Although there may seem to be a single reality we all occupy, we each experience this reality differently because every person has a unique way of perceiving, processing, and reacting to the world. A lesson from dogs about perception and reality. Here's a simple example. Scientists tell us the spectrum of sound extends indefinitely in both directions. This means there are sounds we can't detect because they lie outside the range of human hearing. Dog whistles prove this. A room can be very noisy to a dog while seeming silent to a man. This clearly illustrates how we do not experience reality as it actually is. We experience reality only in accordance with how our perceptual filters have processed it. Is the room really quiet, or is it really noisy? Well, which one is it? It all depends on who you ask. Are you asking the dog or the man? When a man says it's quiet in here, he's not describing the room. He's describing the way in which he's experiencing the room. This is true of all things. We often speak of how things are, but we're really just telling a story about how we are experiencing things. This is what the philosophers were getting at when they asked, is the glass half empty or half full? Well, it depends. As Bill Cosby quipped, are you drinking or pouring? Life is exactly as you think it is. Our beliefs, expectations, moods, assumptions, etc. act as perceptual filters that literally color and shape our world into a unique personal experience. When you're in a good mood and everything has been going your way, you may not mind when someone steps on your toe. They apologize and you say, it's all good. But when everything seems to be going wrong, someone stepping on your toe might honestly seem as if the universe is conspiring against you. You might stub your toe and say, I can't buy a break. Now, if you're in a really good mood, you might be happy with the opportunity to say hello to the guy who stepped on your toe, which might lead to making a new friend. One event, 3 experiences. The difference between an opportunity, an incident, and a conspiracy can all come down to how you process reality with your thoughts. The same guy can be a loser, a saint, a lunatic, or the funniest cat ever to 4 different people. So, back to the challenge. Try to observe some facet of reality from a purely neutral perspective. Describe anything in a way that is not influenced by your own personal vantage point. This simple little exercise may help illuminate a very basic idea. You can't observe the world without observing it from your perspective. Even when you ask others what their take is, you are filtering their descriptions through your perspective. So it always comes back to you. Your thoughts create your experience because you can't have an experience by definition until you take reality and mix it up with your thoughts. At least that's how I see it over here in my reality. What do you think? You just listened to the post titled, Prove to Me My Thoughts Create My Reality by TK Coleman of tkcoleman.com. I'll have some comments with a quick fun update from TK, but first, what do companies like Ring, Hint, and Tecovas all have in common? They all use NetSuite to accelerate their growth. Successful companies know that in order to grow faster, you must have the right tools. Whether you're doing 1 million, 10 million, or hundreds of millions in revenue, NetSuite by Oracle gives you the tools you need to accelerate your growth. With NetSuite, you get a full picture of your business, finance, inventory, HR, customers, and more. It's everything you need to grow all in one place right from your phone or computer. NetSuite will give you the visibility and control you need to make the right decisions and grow with confidence. That's why NetSuite customers grow faster than the S&P 500. NetSuite is the world's #1 cloud business system, trusted by more than 19,000 companies. It's the last system you'll ever need. NetSuite, business grows here. Schedule your free product tour right now and receive your free guide, 7 key strategies to grow your profits at netsuite.com/old. That's netsuite.com/OLD, netsuite.com/old. Thank you to TK. He had a fun little update to that post with the following. A friend of mine just informed me that I should not limit the capacity of our human potential by implying that we cannot uproot trees. I stand corrected. Folks, if you put your mind to it, you can even uproot the tree. So thanks again, TK. This has been a theme that we've seen pop up a couple of times recently, that we're all wearing lenses. None of us have perfectly clear lenses. It's simply impossible. And then on top of that, yours might be green, mine might be yellow. Or maybe we're similar and yours is more of a golden color and mine is a lemonade yellow. The point is, everything is filtered through and processed by our minds. Our interpretation is so important. But that's also something to think about when someone reacts negatively to you, or at least when you perceive it as a negative. What if they just had the worst day of their lives? Imagine your worst day. How do you know that the guy who just cut you off in traffic wasn't going through a similar experience as your worst day ever? So before you let it bother you, think about that. Who knows what lens they're wearing today or in their life in general? Try not to let it bother you, and at the same time, try to become more aware of your own biases and perspectives. Something to think about today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here and listening to me and for subscribing to the show. And I'll be back tomorrow where optimal life awaits.